He is a national and international motivational speaker, breakthrough strategist, leadership expert, and author. And he's here in the Now in the Nati studio. Happy to welcome Dr. Karim Ellis to the show. It's great to have you here today.
I'm absolutely privileged and pleasured to be here with you as well, Katie.
As are we. You have quite a story. I've been reading about you and kind of learning, and you have so many things in your title, so many accomplishments, truly. First, though, congratulations are in order. Could you tell us about the Great American Speak-Off and what happened there?
Absolutely. So they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Clearly that's not the case.
Not always.
Because this clip has, this 2-minute speech has been viewed online more than 2 million times at this point in time.
That's incredible.
So definitely not a secret. But yes, it's the largest speaking competition in the world.
Okay.
30,000 contestants, whittled down to 6,000 physical contestants. And then from there, it got whittled down to the top 7, and I placed second place finalist in the contest.
Second, not seventh, second place out of 30,000.
Yes.
Well, no wonder that video's been viewed so many times. My goodness.
Yes.
So, and here we're looking at it now, kind of seeing, what was your topic here?
Yeah, so my topic is, what is the wealthiest place in the world?
Okay.
And to sum it all up, the belief is that when you live, your job is to live full, but to die empty, to make sure that you use your gifts, your talents, your expertise to share your ideas, your goals, and things with the world and people of value. But when you leave this planet, your job is not to take any of it with you. Your job is to make sure that your cemetery plot goes absolutely empty because you spent all that greatness while you were here.
Oh, I love that. Oh my goodness. No wonder you seeing all these views. What drew you to this arena of professional speaking?
Yeah, so as a kid growing up, I got in trouble for talking too much. So what else do you do with that type of gift but use it to your advantage?
Yeah.
So the thing about the competition that stood out is, in order to be the best, you want to go against some of the best out there in the world.
Okay.
30,000 speakers. How could I not
That's
better
huge.
my best, right? That's huge, absolutely. So that was the driving factor.
Wow, that's, I mean, that's a big stage, and especially in Vegas as well.
Yes.
What would you say there are 3 things that either you or that we could focus on for success in our lives?
Yeah, so the 3 things I think you want to focus on. Number 1, you want to set the right vision.
Okay.
Everything starts with vision. So you want to be super clear about what it is you want to achieve while you're here. Once you figure out your vision, the second thing is you got to figure out the strategy. I'm a huge football fan. Go Bengals.
Me too. Yes.
Yeah. But on the offensive line, you know, they go into that huddle to figure out what's the strategy that gets us a minimum of 10 yards down the field.
Right.
When you figure out your vision, you got to figure out what strategy you got to call from your huddle that's going to get you to your fantastic finish line or the end zone. And then the third thing is you want to find the right mentor. I tell people there's no shortcut in life greater than finding someone who's already been there, done that, can show you what they've achieved and accomplished, but also show you how to avoid the pitfalls and the setbacks that may get you trapped as you chase your goal and dream. So it's vision, strategy, and a mentor to tie it all together.
Let's talk about that getting trapped as you chase your dream. There are setbacks. They happen.
Yes.
How do you handle that?
Yeah, well, in my best-selling book, GPS, My Success,
Yes.
Great plug, right?
Yes.
One of the chapters talk about the ability to recalculate. And what that means is when you put an address in the GPS, if you get distracted because you weren't paying attention to your turnoff, if you get stuck in a traffic jam or the road is out, yeah, the GPS doesn't beat you up and call your names and tell you to go back home, stupid. It starts to reroute and recalculate alternative ways to get there.
So
it stays focused on the address you gave to it at the beginning of the journey. So that means I may have to recalculate to make it to my finish line.
That's such a great, I never really thought of that. It doesn't call you stupid.
Yeah, and you would be upset if your GPS called you stupid.
I might throw it out.
Absolutely, yeah.
What is the biggest lesson that you learned from placing second in the Great American Speak-Off, which is a huge accomplishment, but I'm sure you probably wanted first, right?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you threw that out there. So what I say is this, I believe that everyone under the sound of my voice, you've been put on this planet with some sort of gift, talent, or expertise. Your job is to identify that gift, master it, properly plan it, and most importantly, control it. I'm gonna run that back. You gotta identify the thing you do exceptionally well, better than everyone else around you. Once you figure that thing out, you gotta spend time mastering it. Bruce Lee says to master a thing, you have to put in 10,000 hours of practice or work. So you gotta put in the time, the effort, and the energy. Number 3, you gotta properly plan it. Because your gift and talent is not designed to operate everywhere. There are some places that your gift and talent will take you to the next level. You got to figure out what's the proximity to the right environment. And then last but not least, you got to control the gift and talent. Because typically the person that controls your gift, your talent, or your expertise, they may end up controlling your payday. whether
That's
you
a
like
great
it or not.
point.
So you want to be in control of that thing. So those are the 4 things I got.
I have learned so much today. I know that you have too. You got to go back and write those down. Real quick, where do we find you if we want to get you for our event?
I'm so glad you asked me that. So they can find me at www.karimellis.com, www.karimellis.com. And if they go to my social media, my Instagram, Karim Ellis 2.0, and say that you saw me here on Now in the Natty, I will give you a free digital copy of this best-selling book, GPS My Success.
I love it. Get that vision down and that plan. Thank you so much. This was really great. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
being here.
I appreciate that.